Hey, it is National Guitar Day, April of 2024. Technically, it's April Fool's Day, but this is not an April Fool's. I'm doing 30 lessons in 30 days. This is the first box of the G major scale. And that is on the 6th string at 3-5, on the 5th string at 2-3-5, on the 4th and the 3rd strings at 2-4-5, 2-4-5, on the 2nd string at 3-5, and on the 1st string at 2-3-5. It's a G major scale. I got lessons on Dan H411 at YouTube, or YouTube at Dan H411 every single week. Be sure to check them out and come back for more lessons right here on my Shorts channel. Hey, it is National Guitar Month. Today is day 2. I think yesterday I said it was National Guitar Day, but it's National Guitar Month. And I'm doing 30 lessons in 30 days. So here is lesson number 2. This is the second shape of the G major scale. What I'm playing there is on the 6th string, I'm playing 5-7-8. 5-7 on the 5th string, 4-5-7 on the 4th and the 3rd strings, and then 5-7-8 on the 1st and the 2nd strings. Go to @DanH411 on YouTube for full lessons every single week. Hey, it is Dan Hall of Dan H411 Guitar Lessons. You can check out full lessons at YouTube, Dan H411. And today we're going to continue our lessons, which is going to be 30 lessons in 30 days for National Guitar Month of April 2024. And this is going to be the third shape of the G major scale, which looks like this. I flubbed at the beginning there, but this is it right here. We're going to play on the 6th string at 7-8-10, 7-9-10 on the 5th and the 4th strings, 7-9 on the 3rd string, and then 7-8-10 on the 2nd and the 1st strings. And that is going to be your G major scale, the third shape. Hey, it is Dan Hall of Dan H411 Guitar Lessons. We're doing 30 lessons in 30 days. If you want to see full lessons, you can go over to my YouTube channel at Dan H411. This is my Shorts channel, and we're going to go ahead and do day 4, which is day 4 of the G major scale, which is going to be shape 4 of the G major scale, which looks like this. On the 6th string, we're playing 8-10. On the 5th and the 4th strings, we're playing 7-9-10, 7-9-10. On the 3rd string, we're playing 7-9. On the 2nd string, we're playing 7-8-10. And on the 1st string, we're playing 7-8-10. Again, check out my full lessons on youtube.com/@DanH411. Hey, happy National Guitar Month. I hope you celebrate that. It is day 5 of National Guitar Month, and today we're going to be looking at the 5th shape of the G major scale. It's going to look like this. We're going to play on the 6th string at 10-12, 9-10-12, 9-10-12 on the 5th and the 4th strings. When we get to the 3rd string, we're going to play 9-11-12. We'll get to the 2nd string, we'll play 10-12-13. And on the 1st string, 10-12-14. And that is the 5th shape of the G major scale. And my name is Dan Hall, Dan H411 Guitar Lessons, at Dan H411 on YouTube for full lessons, a new one every week. Hey, happy National Guitar Month of April 2024. My name is Dan Hall of Dan H411 Guitar Lessons. You can check out full lessons every single week on my YouTube channel at Dan H411. Today we're going to be looking more at the G major scale. I'm doing 30 lessons in 30 days, so here's the G major scale, the 6th shape of the G major scale. Flood a little bit. But we're playing on the 6th string at 12, 14, 15, and the 5th string at 12, 14, 15. When I get to the 4th string, I'll play 12, 14, 11, 12, 14 on the 3rd string, 12, 13, 15 on the second string, and 12, 14, 15 on the first string. Clubbed again. So again, happy National Guitar Month, and I am Dan Hall of Dan H 411 Guitar Lessons. A new lesson every week. Hey, this is Dan Hall of Dan H 411 Guitar Lessons. I'm doing 30 lessons in 30 days in honor of National Guitar Month, which is April 2024, and believe it or not, that actually is a thing. And today I'm going to be looking at the 7th shape of the G major scale, which looks like this. On the 6th string, we're going to be playing 14, 15, 17. On the 5th string, 14, 15, 17. On the 4th string and the 3rd string, 14, 16, 17. And then when I get to the 2nd string, I'm going to play the 15 and the 17. And on the 1st string, 14, 15, 17. And again, that's the 7th shape of the G major scale. That would be all the shapes. And all of those shapes represent certain modes depending on what key you play over. So we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But next is going to be the minor scale. Hey, it is National Guitar Month. Today is day 8 of National Guitar Month. I got my Flying V prophecy here. Today we're going to look at the minor scale. So we looked at the major scale, the G major scale, over the past 7 days. Today we're going to look at the G minor scale, and it is going to look like this, the first shape. On the 6th string, we're going to play 3, 5, 6. The 5th string, 3, 5, 6. The 4th string, 3, 5. The 3rd string, we're going to play 2, 3, 5. The 2nd string, 3, 4, 6. And the 1st string, 3, 5, 6. So I am Dan Hall of Dan H 411 Guitar Lessons. I've got lessons on YouTube every single week at my channel, Dan H 411. Also got a free course out there, tinyurl.com/Dan H 411. Check it out. Happy National Guitar Month. Happy National Guitar Month of April 2024. We're looking at the G minor scale. This is the 2nd shape of the G minor scale. We're playing on the 6th string at 5, 6, 8, and the 5th string at 5, 6, 8. Get to the 4th and the 3rd strings, we're going to play 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8. On the 2nd string, we're going to play 6, 8. When we get to the 1st string, we're going to play 5, 6, 8. I'm Dan Hall of Dan H 411 Guitar Lessons. Got a free guitar course out there, 7 days to unlock the fretboard, tinyurl.com/Dan H 411. Hey, happy National Guitar Month. Today is day 10 of National Guitar Month, I think. And I'm getting confused. I'm trying to record these ahead of time. So I believe today is the day 10 of National Guitar Month of April 2024. I am Dan Hall, Dan H 411 Guitar Lessons. Got a free course out there, tinyurl.com/Dan H 411. And today we're going to look at the 3rd shape of the G minor scale, which looks like this. Not like that. Sounds like a major scale because the 3rd shape of the minor scale is the major scale. But it's going to look like this. We got on the 6th string, we're going to play 6, 8. On the 5th string, we're going to play 5, 6, 8. On the 4th and the 3rd string, we're going to play 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8. 6, 8 on the 2nd string, and 5, 6, 8 on the 1st string. Happy National Guitar Month. Hey there, it is the 11th day of the National Guitar Month of April 2024. I'm Dan Hall of Dan H 411 Guitar Lessons. Got free lessons on YouTube at Dan H 411 every single week. Got a free course out there, tinyurl.com/Dan H 411. Be sure to check that out. Sign up for my mailing list for promotions and bonuses because you know you want all that stuff. We're looking at the G minor scale over the next 30 days. We're doing 30 lessons in 30 days. Right now we're doing G minor scale. This is the 4th shape of the G minor scale. So we got the 1st shape, 2nd shape, 3rd shape. Now we're at the 4th shape. We're going to play at 8, 10, 11 on the 6th string. And then on the 5th string, we're going to play 8, 10. Then 7, 8, 10 on the 4th and the 3rd strings. Then 8, 10, 11 on the 2nd and the 1st strings. Hey, it is Dan Hall of Dan H411 Guitar Lessons, and I've got a free course out there for you at tinyurl.com/danh411. We're doing 30 lessons in 30 days for National Guitar Month of 2024. And this, let me see if I can find it. This right here is going to be your fifth shape of the G minor scale. So first shape, second shape, third shape, fourth shape, fifth shape, right there. Sixth string is going to be 10, 11, 13. The fifth and the fourth strings are going to be 10, 12, 13. Then 10, 11 on your third string. Then on the second and the first strings are going to be 10, 11, 13. Happy National Guitar Month. Hey, it is the 13th day of National Guitar Month. Oh no, 13th day. But it's not bad luck, because we're learning the G minor scale, and we're going to learn the next shape of the G minor scale, which is your sixth shape. And your sixth shape is going to sound like this. And it's going to start on the sixth string at 11, 13. On the fifth and the fourth strings, we're going to play 10, 11, 13, 10, 11, 13, or excuse me, 10, 12, 13, 10, 12, 13. Then 10, 12 on the third string, and 10, 11, 13, 10, 11, 13 on the second and the first string. So that's kind of major because it's one of those major boxes. National Guitar Month, 30 lessons, 30 days. I'm Dan Hall, Dan H411 Guitar Lessons. Free course, tinyurl.com/Dan H411. Welcome to the 14th day. We're almost halfway through. 14th day of National Guitar Month. Today we're going to look at if you're playing this as a mode, this is the Mixolydian scale, and it's the seventh shape of the G minor scale. So it looks like this. And we're going to play this on the 13, 15 of the sixth string. Then on the the fifth and the fourth strings, we're going to play 12, 13, 15, 12, 13, 15. Get to the third string, you're going to play 12, 14, 15. Then 13, 15, 16 on the second string. And then 13, 15, or 13, 15, 17 on the first string. And that is your seventh shape and your final shape of the G minor scale. Happy National Guitar Month. Now, the seventh shape of the G minor scale, which is this one, leads into the first shape of the G minor scale, which is the octave of the one that we played down here. And it would be played here. Hi, I'm Dan Hall. This is my Shorts channel. You can check out my free lessons every week at Dan H411 on YouTube, and get my free course at tinyurl.com/Dan H411. Now, if we play on 15, 17, 18 on the sixth and the fifth strings, and then 15, 17 on the fourth string, and then go to 14, 15, 17 on the third string, and then 15, 16, 18 on the second string, and then 15, 17, 18 on the first string. That's your G minor scale. Hey everybody, it is day 16. Oh my goodness, we're already we're over halfway through, right? So day 16 of National Guitar Month, April 2024. And now we're going to look at the pentatonic. So this is the first shape of the major pentatonic in the key of G major. I know that's the major. Major sounds like my girl. So we're going to go ahead and play 3-5 on the sixth string, 2-5, 2-5 on the fifth and the fourth, and then 2-4 on the third, and then 3-5 on the first and the second, or the second and the first. G major, pentatonic, 5-note scale, and that's the first position. We'll do the rest of them as well. Hey, as promised, we're going to talk about the second shape. We're going to do all the shapes of the G major pentatonic, and then we'll jump into the G minor. This is National Guitar Month. Here's the second shape of the G major pentatonic. And that's going to be played on the 6th string at 5/7, 5th string 5/7, 4th string 5/7. When I get to the 3rd string, I'm going to play 4/7, and then 5/8 on the 2nd string, and then 5/7 on the 1st string. Again, it is National Guitar Month, April 2024. I'm Dan Hall, Dan H411 Guitar Lessons. You can get a free guitar course that'll teach you a lot of this stuff at tinyurl.com/danh411. Hey there, it is Dan Hall of Dan H411 Guitar Lessons. Today is National Guitar Month, or this month is National Guitar Month of April 2024. I've got a free course out there, tinyurl.com/danh411. Help you pick up the guitar and go, play with ease and confidence, just unlock the fretboard. I teach a lot of this stuff, but today, or this month, I'm doing 30 lessons in 30 days, and this is the 3rd shape of the G major pentatonic scale, the G major pentatonic scale. We're going to play 7/10 on the 6th string and the 5th string, and then 7/9 on the 4th and the 3rd strings, then 8/10 when we get to the 2nd string, then 7/10 when we get to the 1st string. That's the 3rd shape of the G major pentatonic scale. I'm Dan Hall. This is Dan H411 Guitar Lessons. Free lesson every week at Dan H411 on YouTube. This is the 4th shape of the G major scale. G major pentatonic, I should say. It's National Guitar Month, and I'm doing 30 lessons in 30 days. I'm Dan Hall. This is Dan H411 Guitar Lessons. tinyurl.com/danh411 will get you a free course. So check that out. This is the 4th shape of the G major scale. We're going to play 10/12, 10/12. Then we're going to play 9/12, 9/12 on the 4th and 3rd strings. Get to the 2nd and 1st strings, I'm going to play 10/12 and 10/12 again. That's your G major scale. And again, that's the 4th shape. We got one more shape to go because pentatonic only has 5 shapes. So be sure to check back every day. I'm doing 30 lessons in 30 days. All right, this will round out the G major scale. And next up is going to be the G minor scale. So I think we've done this 16, 17, 18, 19. This is day 20 of National Guitar Month of April 2024. So this is the final shape of the G major scale. We're going to play 12/15 on the 6th string, 12/14 on the 4th, the 5th, the 4th, and the 3rd, 12/15, and then 12/15 when we get back to the 2nd and the 1st. And that's a cool little minor box. It's an E minor box, but it's still part of the G major scale, right? Sounds minor there, right? But it's also major. Hey there, I am Dan Hall of Dan H411 Guitar Lessons. It is day 21, right? So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, today's 21. Day 21 of National Guitar Month. We are rocking and rolling, 30 lessons in 30 days. In the last lesson, we just finished up the G major pentatonic scale. Now we're going to look at the G minor pentatonic scale. And what I'm basically doing is showing you minor and major. And then you can kind of start looking at those and see how it's a lot of the same shapes. It actually is the same shapes. They're just in a different order. So if you want to learn all about that and the circular nature of the fretboard, go get my free course at tinyurl.com/danh411. But this is the 1st shape of the G minor scale. So we're going to play 3/6 on the 6th string, then 3/5, 3/5, 3/5 on the 5th, the 4th, and the 3rd, and then 3/6, 3/6. So I want you to hear the difference between major and minor. Here's your G minor. Here's your G minor. Here's your G major. It's a different scale. It's kind of the same notes, though. It's interesting. I'll show you how to do that at tinyurl.com /DNH411, where you can learn how to unlock the fretboard and see the circular shapes. But we're looking at the G minor scale for right now. So here's the second shape of the G minor scale. It looks like this. We're going to play 6, 8 on the 6th string, then 7, 8, and 7, 8 on the 5th and the 4th strings, then 7, 9, then 6, 8, then 6, 8. That's going to resolve back to the G minor, second shape of the G minor scale. Hey, it is National Guitar Month of April 2024. This is the, what are we at, the 23rd day of National Guitar Month. And we've been looking at the G minor scale, and right now we're going to go ahead and play the third shape of the G minor scale. And the third shape of the G minor scale is going to sound like this. Flubbed it a little bit there, but we're playing, here we're going to play 8, 10, 8, 10, and 8, 10 on the 6th, the 5th, and the 4th strings. Then 7, 10, then 8, 11 on the 2nd string, or the 3rd string and the 2nd string. And then 8, 10 when we get to the 1st string. G minor scale, and that is your third shape. Hey, my name is Dan Hall of DanH411 Guitar Lessons. It's the 24th day of National Guitar Month of April 2024. We're almost done with this, and then I'm going to take all of these and kind of stick them together and put some tabs on them and make a lesson out of it. So you'll get to see that on my main channel over at DanH411, where I put a lesson out every single week. So if you missed a lot of these, you can check it out over there, because I know shorts are kind of hard, and I wouldn't recommend anybody learn guitar lessons from shorts. This is for branding purposes, but I just want you to know that I've got all that stuff out there. This is the fourth shape of the G minor scale. So we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, and now we got 4. So fourth shape of the G minor scale, we're going to play 10, 13, 10, 13 on the 4th string, or 5th string, sorry. Then 10, 12 on the 4th string, yep. Then 10, 12 on the 3rd string, then 11, 13 on the 2nd string, and 10, 13 on the 1st string. Hey, it is Dan Hall of DanH411 Guitar Lessons. This is the 25th day of National Guitar Month of 2024, and we are going to be looking at the 5th shape of the G minor pentatonic, and you can check that out like this. We're just playing it straight through. We're playing 13, 15 on the 6th and the 5th strings, 12, 15 on the 4th and the 3rd strings, and then 13, 15 on the 2nd and the 1st string. Now that is your 5th shape of the G minor pentatonic. I am Dan Hall, DanH411 Guitar Lessons. It is National Guitar Month. You can get a free guitar course from me at tinyurl.com/DanH411. Hey, if you want to learn how to do that, stick around real quick. I got a quick lesson for you. It's a real quick lesson. But it is the 26th day of National Guitar Month. My name is Dan Hall, DanH411 Guitar Lessons. I got free lessons on my other channel at DanH411 every single week. I'm going to take all these little snippets, these 30 lessons in 30 days of National Guitar Month, April 2024, which, by the way, is a thing. I'm going to stick them all on a big course or a big lesson, stick them on that channel after this month, after I'm done with all these. And if you want a foundational course, go over to tinyurl.com/DanH411, and I got a free course for you. Go check that out. But I want to show you how to do this little lick right here. You hear this in a lot of 80s songs, but it's kind of a cool lick. So all I'm doing is doing this. That's the 2nd fret and the 4th fret of the 3rd string to the open. And I'm taking my pinky, just rubbing it across the string. Hey, it is Dan Hall of DanH411 Guitar Lessons. It is the 27th day of National Guitar Month. And I'm going to show you a little preview of my free course that I have at tinyurl.com/DanH411, which helps you understand the circular nature of the fretboard. So I've shown you the major shapes and the minor shapes. Let's look at the major pentatonic in the key of G. And then let's look at the fifth shape, which I showed you in a previous lesson, which looks like this. Now let's take that fifth shape, and let's play that same shape starting on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and it's going to be the G minor scale. If we start with that one, it's minor. If we start with the other one, hey, Dan Hall of Dan H411 Guitar Lessons here. In the last lesson, I showed you how the major pentatonic leads into the minor pentatonic, and you can reverse that. In this one, I'm going to show you how the major 7-note scale, or the major diatonic scale, leads into the minor 7-note scale. So here's your major G major right here. I showed that way back, like that was one of the first lessons we did, right? And then if we keep on going and we get to the 6th shape, which looks like this. If I back that whole thing all the way back up to the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and I play that shape right there in the key of G, it's not going to be G major anymore, it'll be G minor. And all the shapes that we've already learned, if you play them all, it'll be a G minor scale. Hey, my name is Dan Hall. It's Dan H411 Guitar Lessons. I've got a free foundational course out there for you at tinyurl.com/Dan-H411. It's National Guitar Month of April 2024. We're doing 30 lessons in 30 days. So we looked at the major and how it leads into the minor. What about the minor? Does the minor lead into the major? It absolutely does. Let's look at the pentatonic. So here's your minor, G minor pentatonic. If we go up the scale, that's the first shape. Here's the second shape. That second shape is your major, right? If I move that back, that second shape, just move it back to the 3rd fret and play that there. It becomes your G major scale. So the shapes connect, they interconnect. Circular nature of the fretboard. Learn that at tinyurl.com/Dan-H411. Oh my goodness, we have made it to the end. It's actually the 30th day of National Guitar Month, April 2024. Hopefully you paid your taxes and you didn't get April Fooled too much. But here we go with the last lesson. This is how the minor scale, the 7-note scale of the G minor scale leads into the major. So the first shape looks like this. Again, I showed you this way at the beginning. Here's a second shape. And then the third shape sits within that second shape, so it starts here. And if you notice that one right there, backwards is Joy to the World. That's your major. So if I move that whole thing back to the 3rd fret of the 6th string and play your G major, then it's your G major.